Hi guys, Barry Harper here from BackPain 360. I just wanted to go through some of the research that I found in my PhD recently, and that was bilateral co-contraction of glute medius and its relationship to back pain. But what does that really mean? Well, we have a big group of muscles at the base of our spine coming down into our pelvis called the glutes. Now we've got glute max, which is the big muscle on the outside. We've got glute medius, which is in the kind of middle just below it, and then we've got glute min. And what we found was people who weren't firing the glute medius, so the second muscle, not the big one in the butt muscle, but the one just below it, if they weren't co-contracting it, if they weren't firing in sequence or couldn't control one glute over the other, they actually had a tendency to have a greater increase in low back pain. And one of the things that we could do in the lab was to test to see whether that glute was firing correctly or not. And it's a really nice test. It's something that you can do at home yourself, or if you're in a clinic yourself, you can also try it and maybe kind of practice it and see the type of results. And then you can actually enforce it or get the glutes to fire in another way. Best way you can do it is a sideline test. So an abduction test, if you are lying onto your side, keep your legs nice and straight and your body lovely and straight. And in that position, if you raise your top leg, what you're looking for is to see if either you or whoever's doing the test is able to stabilize their trunk, or do they fall either forwards or backwards. Now if they do that on one side but they don't do it on the other, then you know that that glute isn't firing and controlling that spinal mechanism in terms of being able to stabilize the spine. So you've got to then kind of think, well, do I get that glute to fire a little bit more, and how do I achieve that? Well, back into that position where the test becomes the exercise. If you're in this position and you get someone to raise a leg, or you do it yourself and you find that you're falling forward, because gravity is pushing down, you can then utilize that gravity to strengthen that glute. And a really nice way is just go back into that abduction test, raise up, hold for 3 to 6 seconds, drop back down, and then you want to try and go into that kind of sagittal plane. You want to be able to bring the leg forward, but control it, so don't let it pull you down or drop the body down. Bring it forward, bring it backwards, then back to neutral, and then bend at the knee and see if you can externally rotate the leg and internally rotate the leg, and then back to center again. So you've got a full set of exercises that you can go through and get that glute to actually fire in a way that you want it in all those 3 planes of motion. It's really, really important to try and get the glutes to fire, but you have to do it on both sides. So don't just treat one side, assess both, see if you're kind of lax or if the muscle isn't firing as correct as you would like, and then try the other side and see if you can get it to fire. So that's my little kind of clinical pearl. Give it a tester, see how you get on. I'd love some feedback, so let me know how you go. But do try the tests, and I tend to do those exercises about 6 on each side. I tend to find that that's what gives me the maximum strength into that glute muscle. And I'll apply 6 of all those moves, so the abduction, the flexion extension, and the internal rotation, the external rotation. Hope it works out for you. Let me know how you get on. Any feedback in the comments below would be appreciated. I'll catch you on the next one.